Hey everyone, it's Max US with Curious Monkeys Pressing Buttons, and today we're going to talk about Brandr. Okay, so what is Brandr? Brandr is a custom digital asset management slash content delivery network that we built for brands, but also like ecom, like basically anybody creative that cares about where their content is and what their brand looks like and where their product photos are, and controlling and managing how their brand looks. And we're going to give you a little bit of insight. This is something we've been working on since last year. We tried to use some other like data asset management platforms to integrate this the way we wanted it, and nothing really worked out. So what we ended up doing was building our own from scratch. So if you were to log in and you were to purchase a subscription, you would have access to this, which is essentially a fully managed, like incredibly simple to use um, data asset management platform that allows you to basically manage your brand assets. And what we've done in here, so let's just say we're right now, I have two different workspaces in here. This is a brand that we kind of in we're not really well, I don't know, whatever. So look, so what we have here is assets from the brand, where if you wanted to see what all these assets looked for the New Mexico market, you have product name, product image, everything else, right? You could go in here. As you can see, you have pending for approval. Normally, this would be a better product name or image name because it's not really the most SEO optimized. But you can go in and SEO optimize all these. So if you wanted to say like, hey, the title of this is actually Cure and Joy tropical gelato AIO, because they're not called vape carts in New Mexico, they're called all-in-ones. AIO hybrid, I believe this is a 2 grammer hybrid 2G cart, right? Or 2G whatever. You type in, your product description here, Cure and Joy, or you could just copy it if you already have it written. 2G AIO tropical gelato product image, right? Okay, your alt text. Yes, you can put alt tags in this. You can do, your tags, save the changes. Boom, they're there. You can add metadata to this, so you actually have EXIF data. If you wanted to do EXIF data into this, you can do this. Your width, your height, your channels, your bits, your URLs. Okay, you have your original product file. Then you have your thumbnail that you're sharing. Okay, right now it's you can do it to public access. I believe this is now a public file. Okay, and you can share the URL. So you can say like, hey, I want this to be web quality full size. Okay, or I want this to be an automatic resized thumbnail that you can use for the internet. You know what I mean? For a quicker, better, pre-formatted web presence format. Here we go. This is your pre-formatted web file from the same thing. Okay. In here, if you go back to files, okay, and you can see it, file information, yada, yada, yada. What's the full size? Go back to root. Let's just say you have somebody says like, hey, where can I find all of your assets? You can move this to a different workspace, or you can share this. Okay. You can choose who you share this with, your permission level. Okay. You can also grant access to subfolders below this. Okay. But your share links, Okay, let's just say you wanted to create a share link to where it's like, hey, I wanted to share this product, this brand, this up to date brand folder with the people that need it. You can create the link, you can select the level, you can create an expiration date for this so that if you don't access it or it automatically, this message will be deleted as soon as you do it. How many times can somebody use this? And do you want to have password protection on this? Okay. You can create the link and shoot it over. All right. Because brand assets, I just had I'm going to make my head a little bit bigger on this. Okay. Move your head, Max. I just had a meeting with another client earlier, and they just got their manufacturing license. And while they have, they're busy manufacturing, they're busy making the products and delivering them and doing the sales calls and doing everything else. But one of the things that the issues that they're having with right now are brand assets, because like you can be in, whether it's you're getting into one store or before you even get into your first store, and you're now sending off your products and your assets to other people. For one, unlike Canada, the US, you have different packaging rules and regulations for every state. So you can't use your California packaging in New Jersey. You can't use your Colorado packaging in New York. It's going to be different QR codes, different symbols, different, and the manufacturers, whether you're using the same formula or not, you're going to have different manufacturers manufacturing them under a different license. So the QR codes and all the packaging needs to be up to date. This is a very simple compliance thing, but also a branding and growth thing for your brand. So essentially, like, if you're a brand or a cultivator or a manufacturer or a processor in any state, or let's just say you're a dispensary or whatever, we're looking for brands to work with on this, because our goal here is to help you sell more stuff and grow more as you progress through your business. Because people are going to be searching for your brand. You know what I mean? People are going to be looking for up-to-date images. You don't want to leave your brand representation up to the retailer that you're dropping products off to, and then leaving it up to a bud tender to take photos of your products to then post on their website or upload to Weed Maps or Leafly or Dispense or whatever online e-com platform you're using. Ideally, I hope you would want your brand assets to be managed by yourself as the brand owner, as the manufacturer, as the person that's providing this to everybody else. And it's an extra benefit, because now it's like, hey, here's all the products. This is where you find all the brand assets. This is where you find all the product photos. This is where you find all the lab tests. This is where you find everything. And it's all in this one really cool folder that you have it all, and it's already pre-sized, resized, whatever. So if you want the full-size asset, you can use that. If you want the thumbnail asset, you can use that too, to not bloat up your website or have your web dev spend however many hours resizing all of your photos to make them smaller and web ready. Okay, this is why we built Brandr. Brandr's still in the work. I mean, it's still a work in progress. We have the API keys that we're running on here now. In the dashboard, like, you can see this settings. Okay. Whatever. Okay. You have your password, your 2FA, your access keys. You can actually create access keys so that you can sync. Essentially, we created an API key for this so that you can create your asset keys to sync with your point of sale, Google Drive, your online menu platform, your website, WordPress, your WordPress media, your WooCommerce media files. We're still working on it. We're making it all work better. It's been a passion of mine and something that I found was a big issue early, and we've been working on making it better. And now that it's live, and now that we have people using it, we're getting more and more feedback to make it better and better. But anyway, this is January 1st, 2026. This is Max Uas, and we're talking about updates on Brandr. So if you're looking to have a brand asset management platform that will help you control how your brand is viewed and seen online, feel free to contact us. We've got some really good deals going on, and it helps pay for the development of all of this and speeds up the whole process to make this better. Completely industry agnostic. Doesn't really matter where it goes. Shit just works. All right. Let's make 2026 the best year ever.